Alright fam, we're back. So I did my sorting. I realized that I didn't do it in the last video, but you probably didn't want to see that anyway. So here's all the cards sorted. I felt like I just kind of had to give up on my Quidditch dreams here. So alas, I evade the Quidditch deck yet again. So I just don't feel like I have cards that are good enough to have a Quidditch deck that will survive a match. So Lee Jordan will be my starting character because someone has to be, but we're saying goodbye to the Quidditch cards. So looking over all the cards I have, I definitely want to err more towards the side of competency. I've got 5 River Trolls sitting here, which is going to mean I'm going to have to ramp up on those lessons because you are required to discard a competency lesson every time you play them. But I feel like the lesson count is low enough that I will be able to ramp those and start playing them. The other creatures that I have, the boar, the Hebridean black dragon, those also require that too, but we'll make it work. So I feel like these guys are going to come into the deck, but we'll just keep these here for now. I'm not going to use dog biscuits. Rock Spawn I'm still deciding on. For the remainder of the deck, we definitely want this cool adventure through the arch. Your opponent can't play spell cards, which will be, nice for me. So we definitely want that one to be in the deck. I have also kind of decided that I don't think Transfiguration is going to be the best matchup with my Comp-C deck, just because a lot of these cards do not cause damage. I mean, this one is Quidditch specific. That's kind of a niche card. Discard items from play, choose a creature and send it back. I'm not, like, I feel like for my deck, I still want to be more on an offensive. So I want to have those spell cards that are going to cause damage or, yeah, mostly just cause damage. So I am getting rid of these ones because Transfiguration is not going to be going in my deck. I did consider potions, like I said before. I definitely usually err more towards the side of potions because I like these cards. Leaky Cauldron, though, is a very niche card too. Whenever a player plays another character, so I feel like that's going to be going out. I have Eel Eyes and Beetle Eyes, but I don't have Bulge Eye, the Bulge Eye potion, which is what these two cards give you if you play them. So I don't have that third one, so these are out. And then these are healing cards. These are more lessons, and then if you of course it's a book, so if you discard it, you get to play from play. If you just if you discard this from play, then you get to draw 3 cards. I do like that Moonseed potion. It's a little bit of a ramp up there, but again, I've eliminated a majority of these potions cards, so it's not going to be potions. I do like charms, though. I'm going to, like I said, be needing to ramp up on those Comp-C lessons. I've got wand shop, or 2 wand shops, that would allow me to, if in the event that my opponent discards the wand shop for another location. So I like that because it allows me to have 2 lessons. Each lesson counts for 2 instead of 1. I don't like Gringotts because I don't want my opponent to have another action, even if I get another action. So we're gonna say no to that. And I like the Gringotts Vault Key on the off chance that I end up with this and can't get to my wand shop, because I could take a card from the deck and put it into my hand. Flipendos, nice low lesson count, and they can do damage to an opponent or creature, so I like that about this in case my opponent has a creature deck. 2 damage is pretty good in my opinion, so we'll definitely be playing those. Jury's still out on Spongify. Call a shoe. Blue Wig, that's a good damage card. Freeze, again, low lesson count, but you can choose one of your opponent's creatures and do 4 damage to it. That is if my opponent is playing a creature deck. So I've got 3 of those. We'll figure it out. Again, a very niche card because you're looking at playing Quidditch, and I've got feelings about Quidditch. And then some books. So it might not be a bad idea to put a book or 2 into the deck. Again, I can use it as an action to discard it and draw 3 cards, especially if I'm looking for those ComC lessons I'm trying to ramp. So maybe 2 or 3. We'll put 3 for now, just to see. We'll put these out. And then these ones we're still deciding on. I'm going to want this book. Again, we'll decide how many of those we want. I have 2. I feel like I gotta do some justice to these river trolls. So, you know, if we need to narrow down the numbers, we'll narrow down the numbers. But I just want to get my cards out there first. And again, this lesson, or this adventure rather. Additionally, we've got Quintipede. Never knew how to pronounce that one. Breeding in Black Dragon, isn't she pretty? I'll play her too. Hedwig allows you to put a non-healing card from your discard pile into your hand. She's 6 though, and I feel like the Wild Boar makes you get rid of 2 of your lessons. The Screech Owl is good because it allows me to put a lesson card from my discard pile into my hand. So let's see where we're at so far with the numbers. So okay, so we definitely still have room for some more cards. I'll throw in this call issue. It's only 3, and my opponent might have some items, so it's always good. And we can put in a freeze, but let's see. And I'll put in Hedwig too. I'm not going to play the Wild Boar. I don't like the lesson giveaway. $24. 25, 26, 27. I'm a fan of the cards where you get to return things to the player's hands. And just in case my opponent has some creatures, I can try to prevent damage to them. We'll do a freeze. So really kind of relying on the fact that my, or the hope that my opponent has creatures in their deck. But so we've got some returning items to hand and discarding items from hand. We've got some creature cards, you know, specifically doing damage to creatures and then preventing damage from creatures. We've got our books, which are giving us the ability to draw some more cards, which I might need to ramp up on my lessons. I am definitely going to want to do more ComC lessons than charms, again, because I'm hoping to get opening a one shot, but also I really need to ramp up on those lessons to be able to play my river trolls. So let's check the count one more time. So I have a very horrible short-term memory, so sorry guys. Try 30. Okay. All right. So it looks like this is going to be the play. ComC, charms. Here we go.